Hello, everybody. Welcome to Blackman. I can tell by the title. I bet y'all can guess who was proud, y'all. So give me one moment. We're about to get started. Hope everybody's having a lovely, blessed afternoon and evening and on this beautiful Sunday. Let's see here. Okay, y'all. So this is breaking news. It just happened. It's going down. Breaking news live on Instagram. Slim Thug son goes to homecoming with a spicy Latina, and guess who's proud, honey? All right, let's go and get started. Hey, y'all. Let me come over here and mind my manners and speak. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Like my homegirl's doing all weekend for her birthday. I think they said you supposed to go around your face or it just. Hey, y'all. So Slim Thug posted about 3 or 4 hours ago here this picture of his son going to homecoming. Now, at first, I was just scrolling. I was going to comment cute or something like that and just keep it pushing. But one of the comments stuck out to me, so it made me want to reply. And this had nothing to do with the picture itself, but look. So, bro learned early, get you a Latina. This is a black man speaking now. You see this? And there's a lot of them like that, where they're just advocating for the Europeans, the Spanish-speaking European culture or race, or however you want to look at it. So it made me want to comment, and so this is what I said. I said, we just don't. Why did that T fade off? What about? Am I supposed to? Oh, so I just moved the arrow. Okay. We just don't teach race loyalty. I can't. I don't have my glasses. This is why I can't see. Hold on. Shit, I don't even know where they are. Give me one moment. Let me see if I can find them. Crap over. Where are my glasses? Hold on, guys. I'm coming. Probably should have been ready for this. Okay, so I can't find my glasses. I don't know where they are. So we're just gonna have to thug it out. We're gonna slim thug it out. No, not funny? Okay. Let me just look one more spot. Shit. Phoenix! Hey! Hey! Look in my room so you can see my glasses. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have my baby go look and see if they're in my room. Hopefully, I find them. Till then, we're gonna squint our way through this and get real close to the computer. Y'all want to see how close I am? Hold on. This isn't funny. Okay. Let me go back. Come on. Okay. We just don't teach our children race loyalty. Black people will cease to exist at this rate. Black men as a collective worship whiteness and they pass their flawed mentality onto their children. It's the real generational curse. Right or wrong, true or false? Like, right? That's the real generational curse. Is generation after generation about thinking that your people aren't good enough and that they're not even good enough to live amongst and procreate with and want to replicate with. Just plain and simple. So there were a couple of other comments that stuck out to me. So we're gonna finish the replies on this one first. Saved by sight. Oh my God, they're filthy. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the replies here. I'm going to go ahead and bring them all up. Okay. This person says, right, and the people won't be satisfied until the black race goes extinct. Black men not dating their own women, black people teaching each other, killing each other, police brutality, etc. They're going to miss us when we're gone, though. I doubt it. Okay, so meanwhile, black men won't let their pit bulls fuck wild wallers. Now I told them to check out my YouTube channel. And then there's no such thing as race loyalty in dating. Shouldn't have this type of stuff on your mind. Like, why wouldn't you consider race when dating? Let me read that again. Maybe I read that wrong. Again, this is live action breaking news. There is no such thing as race loyalty in dating. You shouldn't even have this type of stuff on your mind. So what should you be thinking about when dating? Like, I'm serious. What should you be thinking about? Other than race, culture, breeding, things of that nature. What should you be thinking about? Then I put just another wealth transfer into a dominant society. Ka-ching. Hope I spelled ka-ching right, y'all. And then he said, yes, there. And I said to the guy who said there's no such thing as race loyalty, I said, yes, there is. Black men are the only ones off code where this matter is concerned. No other ethnicity encourages this behavior, which is true. There's no other ethnicity that encourages interracial dating, not even hers. The European Latina, the Spanish-speaking European does not encourage interracial dating. The only time they encourage interracial dating is if you're like Kobe Bryant's wife and things of that nature. If they feel like there's a bag in it, or there's a chance to land someone who's going to have access to wealth, then they will encourage it. But on a regular level, no. And then the few interracial couples that I do know that are married into the Euro, Spaniard, or the Spanish-speaking European culture, their children are being raised as Hispanics because they often have this phenotype, you know what I mean? So they'll be raised as Spanish-speaking Europeans. Okay, so understand that. So, and then he said, the sooner you realize there's no code, the better. So this is another guy. Well, let's go to what I said to him. As soon as you realize there's no code, the better. Other races have a code. For example, the one drop rule is a way of protecting whiteness. And white women can't birth black children. That's genetically impossible. Black men are the only group of men in this planet, but I meant on this planet that don't value their own race and want to replicate it. That's big facts. So I believe that's all that I said to that young man. So we're gonna go back to this other no excuse guy. He said, we worship femininity and being treated nicely. Black men will go where they feel like they are the prize. Okay, so are you saying black men are narcissistic and egotistical and they date outside their race based on who's gonna stroke their ego? Because that's what it sounded like he said. That's some weak female shit. So are you worshiping femininity or are you complacent in your own femininity? Let's look up the word worship real quick. Okay, let's see. Reference offered to divine or supernatural power, the act of expressing such reverence, a form of religious practice with a creed or ritual, extravagant respect. Okay, here we go. Adoration or devotion to a object of esteem, worship of the dollar. So you worship femininity? You have an admiration for femininity? Because when you admire something, let's look up admiration. Because that sounds like to me, he wants to be a girl. So I guess he's a lesbian, huh? Let's see, respect, warm approval. Their admiration for each other is genuine. Okay. Put a hole in my joke, but it was still funny how I said that, right? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so what happened? Oh, here it is. So, we're going to feel like we're the prize. So, why are black men the prize? Please tell me, why are they the prize? Let's go ahead and read what I wrote. So, prize, I should have put that in all caps with like 10 exclamation marks. Prize. As a whole, black men don't build, fight against oppression. Matter of fact, when y'all do get, I need to wash my glasses, so I didn't put them on, so I'm a little bumbling over these words. Fight against oppression. Matter of fact, when y'all do get money, for the most part, you nest in the community of that your oppressors built. Meaning they move to white areas, white communities, and stuff like that. That's what I mean by nest. Okay, so we can look up the definition for it. So, because I like for y'all to understand how I'm using words. A structure or a place or chosen by a place filled with or frequented by undesirable people or things. So you're nesting in white man's neighborhoods because you're undesirable. You know they don't want you there. You get treated the worst in the neighborhood. Oftentimes it's one nigga per street. So you guys are nesting. You're nesting in European neighborhoods when y'all get some money. Okay? Let's see. And I thought that he moved to Atlanta. I guess he moved back to the white folks tired of Houston. But anyway, community oppressors built. While black women consistently fight side by side, sometimes in front of y'all, women of other cultural backgrounds get to live because of the dominance of their men, because the dominance that their men possess. While we have to survive because our men lack dominance. Okay, I want to read that again. So for the people in the back. Women of other cultural backgrounds get to live because of the dominance their men possess, while we, black women, have to survive because of our man's lack of dominance. Do you hear me? So we out here struggling and striving, trying to keep our sons from getting murdered by the police because there's an absentee father. We doing it by ourselves. We always at work, etc., etc. We have to survive. We're in survival mode on a constant, every day, every hour, every minute. So we can't be daunting and feminine and the damsel in distress and the debutante that we once were. We are now soldiers. Thank you very much. Okay, so lack of dominance. Truth is, when you look at us, you see your own failure, and when you look at them, you see success. The only thing black men value in non-black women is their whiteness. That's why it is a status symbol for y'all. And y'all have heard plenty of other black men say, whether they're entertainers or regular black men, they say it is a status symbol. It symbolizes something, which is why if you go back to my video, where am I? Which why if you go back to my video where I talk about who's the real bedwench, I point out that that a bedwench is someone who's a sexual social climber. They fucking somebody for success or for access to privilege and things of that nature. So who's the real bedwench? Go check out the video. Click down below. I love to say that. And while y'all at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? If you care, and I know you do. And most of all, comment. Hit that like button. Let's send me up through the algorithm. Okay, so let's go back to reading. Okay, success is a statement symbol. Just keep it all the way a buck, sir. Which means it's my way of ebonically saying just keep it real. Just be honest. Okay. So other races do have a code. I went to that. So here he go. And black men always do this, and I hate when they do that. I'm going to set this coming right here, and I'm going to let y'all skim through it and read it. And I want to see if y'all pick up on what I picked up on. What they always do. Y'all ain't picked up on it yet? So let me help y'all out. They always go back to the 60s, the 40s, the 60s, the 70s. They always want to bring up Black Wall Street, Tuskegee, and all this other shit. They always want to bring up the shit that is not relevant to today. That was 40 years ago. So I didn't read this whole comment, so we'll be reading it together. Black men, I did read it because I responded to it, but I haven't read it, in its full context. I kind of responded to it in increments. Let's see here. MLK, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, Feed Hampton. I hope he meant Fred Hampton. Tuskegee Airmen and countless other black men have fought for our civil rights and freedoms. Black men have sacrificed their life that resulted in change. What change? Yes, women support black men when they die at the hands of police. We were supporting y'all before that. Black men and black women work together on everything except dating. Okay, well, dating and relationships is the foundation, because if we don't date and have relationships and create more black people, then what's the point of it all? Black men in hiring positions hire black women at the largest rate. No, they don't. I want to know where he got that from, because when black men get in power where they can hire people, they mostly hire non-black women. And that's a statistical fact that I got from that what is it, Birkenham or Birkham? It's this stat that this other lady I watch on YouTube always brings up. I went and read through it. So, let's see. Black men hire at a highest rate. Don't mix dating and relationships with our interaction and economics. Black women spend billions of dollars on hair, nails, and that goes out of the black community. There are more black nail tech stuff like that. Now, he do have a valid point, but most of the girls I know, they get they extensions from black-owned hair companies. So, like Hair Genetics, She's Happy Hair. There's plenty of black-owned hair companies. Amy Luciana, that's on that rapper on Instagram. I bought some hair from her before. So we're not buying hair from Europeans and Asians, but we want bundles, baby. And we buying that from each other. So let's keep that all the way 100. The nail thing, yeah, he might have us on the nail thing, but there's a budding new population of black nail techs. So, okay, what's his point? So then let's go. Pressured. Let's see. That black men can't build wealth because we're pressured by black women to live beyond our means, child support abuse, and when we die, we have nothing to pass on to our children. Y'all heard that? There you go. I was waiting for it. He blaming hair, child support. There you go. Everything the black woman's fault. We pressuring them to live beyond their means. Or do they want the slabs and the Cuban links and all this shit so they can get with non-black women? I'm saying, because all the black men I know that's living beyond their means, this just goes as far as entertainers and rappers, so we can use a bird's eye view. What do we see? We don't see them with anyone that looks like you or I. Okay, so let's go. So I said, as soon as you gain access to white women and white spaces, the civil rights movement was over. So that is a moot point. Not to mention, I could name all the black wombs that birthed and risked their lives right along with them. That was how many years ago? Let's talk about today. What are men doing today? Y'all can't keep riding the coattails of the actions that was taken 50 years ago. Today, as a collective, black men publicly let their disdain for black women, I guess, be known. I must have finished that sentence. Or are we just going to say, publicly show their disdain for black women? When you do get a modicum of money, the first thing you do is move to establish affluent white neighborhood, cutting your black children off from their own people, and complain about black schools and send your children to white schools instead of investing in the black schools in the community that you most likely are from. When your kids are good at sports, you don't make sure they go to HBCUs, which we're about to lose, by the way. We are funding, but Biden, I told you not to vote for him, but whatever. You send them to higher education facilities of the dominant society. Let's talk about today, brother. I don't want to hear about before you were born. Like Dr. Ben said, if you want to know the state of a nation, watch how they treat their women. Okay. So, and I also put, it's amazing. It's amazing from Martin to Malcolm to the Panthers. They were all brought down by black men who yearned to be accepted in the dominant society. And I said, so please tell me where you got your statistical information from. I would love to view it for myself, because all the black men that I know who were empowered to hire someone mostly hire people of the dominant society, either Spanish-speaking Europeans or English-speaking Europeans. They very rarely want to even give black people a reference when they have a good job. Are you blaming black women? We make y'all buy slabs and Versace. Most of y'all don't even date us, so who is really pulling the strings? Child support abuse. All these laughing emojis. Y'all see, I was cracking up because I was like, this Negro. What's that? What that? Okay, I'm talking like him now. What's that? 80% of y'all don't even pay it. And if you're being abused for child support, it's by your feisty Latinas, your prize biracials, and your bottom shelf Beckys, not us. If you have nothing to pass to your children when you die, it's because you didn't build anything for yourself while you were alive. Period. Pooh. So then, this other young man actually came in. This other young man came in and said, where is he at? Your parents did a horrible job raising you, LOL, a whole clown. And then he asked him, are you trolling? He said, are you sorry ass excuse of a black man? No wonder we're in the state we are in today. Weakness at an all-time high, which is true. Okay, so let's go down, down, baby. Yo. So this young lady says, why are all the commenting about the girl's race like it's a level up or something over another race? Shaking my head. So, and that's what I wanted to know, because I was like, why? Because that's what made me comment. Because everybody's talking about, oh, he got him a Latina, blah blah this, blah blah that. So I was like, what the fuck everybody coming because she's a Latina for? Like, what does that have to do with anything? He's a little kid going to homecoming, you know? He look like a regular kid, you know? He don't like, he just dressed all snazzy. His clothes are apparently off the rack. Look how they fit in the crotch area. You know, hers is definitely off the Mexican dress store. I mean, they just two cheering going to the dance. Like, what's the problem? No earrings, no jewelry, even it's just this little ring. He got his little Apple Watch and his little silver Jesus piece. They're like two regular cheering. Like, what's the problem? I don't get it, but everybody was talking about this Latina this, Latina that, you know. And like I said, a lot of us don't realize that race is important. We don't raise race loyal children, and it's really sad, you know. And I no, they're not. They are Latinas. So I guess somebody made a comment that they're indigenous or something. I said, no, they're not. They are Latinos are Spanish speaking Europeans. We don't got them. We got them out. We got them all at the cookout and shit. White people discriminate against anyone who isn't their kind. Yep. So you are just as naive as they are by thinking we care about whether we are accepted by them or not. We don't give a fuck because we're living it up every day. The sun up, sun down. Y'all the ones waking up wondering whether they like you a little more today if you accepted more today. I don't give a fuck what nobody think. I know what I think, but what I do know is no race is better than the next. You said all that to say nothing. You don't have to deflect on your original statement stating Latinas are better. A level up, argue with their mom, not me. Okay, that's the one that said Latinas are better. Keep moving, be happy. The young man dating a beautiful lady. Let's try to stay on topic if we are going to have a discussion. We aren't talking about them. I have no problem with interracial relationships. You don't put down one race to uplift another. That's it. Bye. I'm done talking now. Okay, so his comment was Latinas are better. I remember this part because I saw that too. Let's see. Their opinions can't stop little homie from having a good time. Let them talk. I said, Big Mad, he know what's good. The fuck is that supposed to mean, Grandma? Aren't you a little old to be concerned about who this kid's dating, weirdo? Nah, for real, for real. Too damn old. Cause Latinas are. Cause he said, you know, the previous comment, what was good or whatever. I wish you all the same. You wish y'all in the same boat as black people in white people eyes. LOL, keep thinking that. See, he know he not the same as black people and white people eyes. I keep telling y'all, man, these Europeans ain't going through what y'all think they going through. That might be the dark ones that are like Slim Thug son, complexion or darker. They're getting treated like niggas. But the ones that are her color, the European Spaniards are not being treated bad by society. They are not considered black. They are considered white. If you can go, we can go right here. Let me see. Let's go to inmate search, and we're gonna just put a Mexican name, Lupe or some shit. Let's see. Let's do a Texas inmate search because it's a lot of Mexicans in Texas, right? Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna show y'all how many Latinas. What's a good Latina last name? Hernandez, Gonzalez, Hernandez. Jose. Let's look up the males. We're gonna look up all races because if we look up black or white, is gonna. Let's watch this. Look up white. Now now look, white. Now we know her, Jose Alberto Hernandez, bro, white. So let's go back. Watch this. So we're just gonna do all. Watch it. Now remember, Hispanic is not a race. Hispanic was created by Reagan because Mexicans was complaining about being mixed up with black people. So they was petitioning the Reagan administration to do something, and he made up the term Hispanic. Before the early 1900s, the mid 1900s, the word Hispanic did not exist in origin. I was having to do a new one. Let's do Gonzalez now. Gonzalez Hector. I don't know if that's how you spell Gonzalez, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, apparently that's not it. Let's go back to Hernandez. Something I can spell. Hernandez. Yeah, there we go. Hernandez. Jose. Male. Search. All these Hispanics and whites. Hispanic, white, Hispanic. Now we all know Hispanic is another word for white now. You don't believe me? Y'all can look up the Reagan administration. He made up the term Hispanic because they was all complaining about being treated like niggas. They didn't want to be black, even though after we did all that getting bit by dogs during the civil rights movement, they came behind us and said they're minorities too. Okay, so let's go back and then Hispanic. Because black people are the only ones that aren't on code when it comes to dating. Black women were on code. Believe me, black women did not date outside their race like black men do. But we just started doing that recently because, I mean, shit. Women are getting married in their 40s because they're waiting on a good black man to come. And I guess they tired of it. Or relating to Spain or Spanish-speaking countries, usually those Latin America. Where's the thing that shows like the use? Here we go. There's no use until 1950s or 60s. So like I said, in the Reagan administration made this term up. We ain't finna do all that. If you don't believe me, go look it up for yourself. So, because I want to go back to here. So it's like all these black men are big up in this kid for going to school with a Latina. Latina. He got him a Latina. He know what's up. All this here stuff, you know? And I think that it speaks volume onto how we're raising our kids. Because especially the ones of us that have money. So, for example, where's Slim Thug from? Isn't he from Houston, Texas, and like Acres Homes or something? Let's go see where he's from. I believe he's in Acres Home. He's from the hood somewhere, right? Let's see. Isn't this where with 2 G's? From Houston, Texas. What neighborhood though? Jerome, Bourne, Mainstream, Swisher House. He's either from Homestead or Acres Homes. He's from one of those. You know what I mean? So with that being said, do you see him building up Fontaine, Cynicwood, Northwood Manor, Bun B? He's from a different city, but when he was living in the manor. You see him building up the manor? You know who's building up these black neighborhoods? Mexicans. And they say, oh, they're taking over. They're not taking over. Mexican men are building wealth. They're building generational wealth. So this one guy said that, again, y'all remember he blamed black women. He said that we don't have shit because of black women. Let's go back and read that. No excuse. Is this him? No excuse, no excuse. Okay, y'all see, y'all not making it up. This guy right here. No excuse, entertainment world, whatever. But I bet he need black women to buy his albums because they know we gross the most money in the black community. Black men can't build wealth because we're pressured by black women to live beyond our means. Child support abuse, and comma. And when we die, we have nothing to pass to our children. Whose fault is that? Like, whose fault is it if you don't have nothing to pass to your children? How is that a black woman's fault when most of y'all don't marry black women? Most of y'all don't marry black women. Y'all don't look at black women. Y'all don't like black women. For the most part, when y'all are interested in a black woman, she is definitely racially ambiguous, if not biracial, altogether. And if y'all look at my other video, I explained to y'all that hold on. I explained to y'all that black women cannot give birth to black men. Who's the real bedwench? Right, black women are single because we're too feminine, which is true. Where is this damn video at? Black men are committing genocide against their own people. In this video, I break it down. See the stain in my face. So when they say, "Oh yeah, we breeding out white people," you can't breed out white people. Number one, you are not. I'm the mother. Anybody can be the daddy. So with that being said, what we have to understand is that when you're talking about recessive DNA, dominant traits, genetics, that was all talking about appearance. Hold on. Pause. When I looked up genetic traits, do you see skin color? Slide Jones. Who is y'all? And what do you mean? Because y'all buying. Hold on. Pause. Hold on. Let me get on this little treasure troll. Sir, because y'all buy $100 crab legs with food stamps instead of saving. Okay, how do you save food stamps? Save food stamps for what? Save food stamps? Food stamps is not commerce. It's not money. So what do buying crab legs with food stamps? Let me tell you something. A lot of black people, such as myself, we don't eat meat. The only meat we do tend to eat is seafood. So I'm not on food stamps, but when I do get my hands on them, honey, I do buy me some lobster and some crab legs. What does that have to do with black men not building a motherfucking thing? What does that have to do with this black man saying that he can't pass generational wealth on to his children because black women are making him bald when he don't even date black women? He's over here talking about how spicy the Latina is. He ain't talking about nothing black. Because it is ridiculous, y'all. Look It's ridiculous. Y'all look in bonnets and tube tops dragging kids by the arm. We can do better. Okay, what you say, we can do better, but then you say y'all. See, you can't. You black men. Why do black men always try to separate themselves from black women as if we're not one? I tell you what, when black men, when other races of men see black women looking disheveled, it's a bad look on black men. Okay. So y'all can leave the house. Y'all leave the house, abandon y'all children, then say, "Oh, that child must have been raised by a single parent." Not that child must have an absentee parent. Yeah, you can say you love black women all you want to, but fake eyelashes and crab legs has nothing to do with the degradation going on in the black community. Nothing at all. That is superficial shit that happens on an individual case-by-case basis. And if you really want to know, a lot of the negative images that come from black women, Mr. Slide Jones, come from women that's not even black. It's come from women that black men have allowed themselves to ingratiate themselves into black culture. A lot of our black negative stereotypes come from people like Cardi B and Mo Lotto, Big Lotto, whatever the fuck her name is. A lot of the negative stereotypes that are on black women are perpetuated by non-black women that black men gas up and say, "Spicy Latina, you lucky you got them," and let them come over and act a fool in black culture. And then all of a sudden, that's all black women. All the black women I know got college degrees and college educated. Matter of fact, the highest demographic of people today is the black female group. The most professional, the most entrepreneurs, they're all black females. Black females are carrying the weight of the whole black race on our backs. We're doing the wealth building. We're doing the generational building. Not black men. So all that stuff you talking about crab legs and all of that shit, most of us not buying crab legs with food stuff. We buying them with cash money because we got that. Because we got that without y'all. The worst thing the black man did was to leave us and abandon us. And now we know. The 1980s, the 60s, it don't matter when Reagan was. That's when he created the term, the Hispanic term. So thank you for the correction. I appreciate that. So anyway, back to my point is you can't keep blaming black women for a degradation. Yeah, okay, so it's a mixture of black and French. Who cares? Black men was fucking white women. We know. If you read this book, sir, he don't mention nothing about black women. This is a black man that wrote this book. And every civilization that crumbled that was black, it was because the black men was fucking the other bitches that was there. They was interracially copulating. The Moors, the biggest race traders in America are the Moors. You know who the Moors are? The biracial offspring of the Barbers. Tariq Barber and all them people that sailed the Iberian Peninsula and took their ass over there to Europe, selling black women as slaves, making us bathe them white bitches, making us put perfume on them white hoes, making us dress up them white hoes so they can go fuck them. Do you know that black women were the first people sold into slavery by black men? Y'all haven't valued us for over a quarter of a century. So if we're gonna do, I'm just asking black women take accountability for what? What are black men taking accountability for? Let women deal with women and men deal with men. So what are black men to take accountability for? Okay, we're gonna take accountability for crab legs and lashes. Cool. What are black men gonna take accountability for? Mr. Slide Jones, please tell me, where's your accountability at? Okay, because I'll tell you, since you want to bring up the early 1900s, oh no, you didn't. That was the 60s. And in 1920, we had high schools that we built with our own hands, and I ain't talking about behind the church. I'm not talking about behind the church and no shit like that. We had high schools dedicated. We had buildings dedicated to education. We had all these things before the Civil War, before the Civil Rights Act. Okay, let me tell you what you need to do. You need to go and look at my video. My baby mama don't want me to make my son a man. We ain't talking about you. You said black women need to take accountability. What do black women need to be accountable for? Because if you really wanted your son, sir, get your money right and take your baby mama to court. and take your son. You have rights just like the other parent has rights. Y'all don't want y'all sons. Y'all want to visit y'all sons because to take care of a child 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is a lot. And that's a big ass job that y'all don't want to fit. That's why y'all like to have babies with independent women so they don't force y'all to do nothing. I want to hear about the black male accountability. Who is all of y'all? Because I have an ex-husband. I have a child. I'm a single mother. I don't ask that motherfucker for shit. When I did try to come to an agreement with him outside of court, I said, look, all I need is $200 a month. At the time, my license was suspended. My insurance was $200 because I had an SR22. Now, he told me, fuck you, bitch. I ain't giving you shit. File child support. I'm not working. They ain't going to give you shit neither. So, I want to hear that shit. We could both talk about some individual shit. I want to hear about on totality. All the masculine energy don't help. Masculine energy don't help your discussion. What masculine energy? What masculine energy? Because I'm speaking loud, that's not masculine. Speaking loud is actually a feminine trait. So what are you talking about? Yelling in the heat of a passionate argument is a feminine trait. So y'all get think what's feminine and what's masculine mixed and confused. You don't even know the two. So again, you still not helping your own argument. You tell me about your baby mama won't let your son be a man, and crab legs and lashes and black female accountability. I want to hear about black male accountability. What are you guys accountable for when it comes to the degradation of the black community? What? How many black men you know got money that do not live in the neighborhood that they're from, do not invest in the neighborhood that they're from? Most of the charities that are actually funding the black community are made by women. What are you doing? Serena Williams married to a whole white man, and she done made 3 black technical companies or black-owned technical companies millionaires overnight by making sure her husband invested in their companies because they have this program for people that are in the tech industry. I'm just trying to figure out what are you doing. She has those. She's since reopened her the group home thing that she had in Compton. What are you doing, sir? What are black men doing in totality? Because in all, as a collective, all you guys are doing is making more white people. That's all you're doing. If black men would keep their penises out of white women, I don't care what culture they're from, whether they're Asian, French, Mexican, Hispanic, Latino, whatever fuck you want to call them. No, all those are cultures. Those are ethnicities, but they're all the same race. They're all Caucasoid. So if y'all would keep y'all indigenous penis out of the Caucasoid woman, that race would have been done long time ago. Our enemy wouldn't have enough in their ranks to oppress us. So are you thinking about the black male responsibility? Mr. Slip and Slide, slip, slide Jones? We tired. What y'all tired of? Y'all ain't been fighting or nothing. All y'all do is deal with discrimination on an individual basis. Because if y'all was really tired, y'all have been picked up arms. Black women were tired. Matter of fact, black dykes were tired. That's why they made the Black Lives Matter. That was made by 2 black dykes and a Mexican Hispanic transgender. Black men were not involved in the orchestration of that group. All y'all doing is type hashtag and put names behind it. Nick Cannon out there making single parent households all across America. Talking about I go to all my kids' games. The only kids that you have that's old enough to play sports, Nick, is the children that you fathered with Mariah. The rest of them are still in the womb being incubated and are infants. So it's easy to go to their games. You only got 2 that's of ball age. So I guess Mr. Slide Jones, he couldn't think of nothing that black men could be accountable for. I'll tell you what black men are accountable for. They're accountable for not building wealth. They're accountable for not fighting for our freedom. And people love to bring up the civil rights and the Civil War and all that. Let me tell you something about the Civil War. You know who was out fighting the Civil War? White men fought on both sides. Black women and black men. It's a fact that black men, women, and men were both involved in the Civil War, right? You know who wasn't involved in the Civil War? White women and their daughters. They were stashed away, tucked away safe. So it is, in culturally speaking, it is not a woman's job or a place to build. We're supposed to be nesting in the nation that you build. But we can't do that because we have to build. We have to build because y'all not building. Do you know that 62% of homeowners are single black mothers? Isn't that crazy? And marriage don't mean nothing because you could be married and still be a single mother. He'd be running the streets all day and night while you shopping for the kids, cooking for the kids, taking the kids to school, taking care of the kids. A lot of these girls are married and they're still single mothers. And that's sad. So, if and you talking about I'm masculine. This young man just called me masculine. But how feminine is he where he's allowing some woman, some girl he slept with to not let him be a father? Not let him man up his son. How weak is that? Well, a woman cannot let you do a motherfucking thing. Who's the real bad witch? I'm trying to tell y'all. So it just makes no sense to me. Your baby mama gotta let you raise your child. Man, I wish come on, mine, try to take mine. I will sell everything in this bitch if I couldn't afford no lawyer. All this shit, big every piece of jewelry I got, this desk, this computer, this laptop, these TVs that's in all these rooms. I'll sell the goddamn fire sticks, the Roku, but everything got to go. For me to get mine, I'll go live in my goddamn truck that's paid for, and if I have to sell that, I'll go sleep on an air mattress in my mama's house. But I will fight tooth and nail for my child. Y'all don't want that. So again, like I said in my other video, when y'all watch my video, everything is the black woman's fault. I'm about to get off of here. Let's see how long have I been on. What I see the time at. Y'all remember I did this last time? 47 minutes. Okay, I'm about to get off of here. So, but look. Spicy. Yeah, so he liked the Latinas. $100 crab legs with food stamps instead of saving. I don't know what they got to do with black men not building in the community. Because of how ridiculous y'all look in bonnets and tube tops dragging kids by the arm. Like, what? If we look ridiculous, you look ridiculous. They don't separate black men from women. We can do better. Those fake eyelashes. We tired. I love black women. It has nothing to do with it. I didn't make this up. What didn't he make up? I really didn't understand where he was coming from. One day I'm going to have a call-in number. I'm going to figure out how to work a conference call thing so that y'all could see what's really up. French and black mixing in the 1700s. Yeah, we know they was fucking their slave masters. Like, did they have Stockholm syndrome? Like, you couldn't have me enslaved. This is why I've been telling y'all it's something different with the transatlantic slave trade. You couldn't have me enslaved and then I'm back knowing want to dick you down as a black man. But according to Chandler Williams, that's exactly what happened. According to him, this is exactly what happened. Now, this is a new one. I lost the original one. So I'm going to reread it and reacclimate myself because I'm actually going to go over this book with you guys. I also reordered The Miseducation of the Negro. And I reordered a couple books by Neely Fuller Jr. So, because I want you guys, I want to do a presentation on certain things that these black men pointed out. So we're going to go here real quick before I leave, just for Slim Daddy. Let's see here. FEMIN. Okay, feminine qualities. Nurturance, sensitivity, sweetness, supportiveness, gentleness, passivity, so passion, modesty, humility, empathy, affection, all this here, kindness, helpful, devotion. So all the things that I just expressed during my back and forth with this young man. Let's look at masculine. MASCUL. Masculinity. Because y'all get it mixed up. Y'all really have to go look at my video. Black men want They don't have any leadership, independence, assertiveness. So most black men are feminine because they don't do any of this. They're not leading, they're not independent, and they're not assertive. Just like in this guy in my comments is a good example of that. I'm just asking black women to take accountability. My baby mama don't want me to make my son a man. See, like, if she has that kind of control over you, how masculine are you? How assertive are you? Because, she shouldn't be able to do that to you. I empathize with your situation. Shame on you. Like y'all tell us all the time, you should have chose better. I got my teeth. That's just the shadow. I got all mine. Ain't none of these missing. I just know when I be laughing, it look like I ain't got them. So I be want to point out that they all there. I ain't missing none, child. And these aren't veneers. These are real. These are mine. These are my black gums, my white teeth. I just be so impressed with my hygiene. So I have to say, hey, girl, better take that bath and brush them teeth. No. Y'all know I'm goofy. So I love you guys. I just wanted to go on real quick and talk about the reaction that everybody was talking about Slim Thug posting with his spicy Latina that he went to homecoming with. I thought it was a cute picture, and I'm about to put cute, and then all this other shit happened. Like, what the fuck? Okay, guys, this is Blackman. I love you guys, and I'm out. That boy say lashes and crab legs. Crab legs is the black father out the home.